Do you interpret fear more as a test then? Is the fear just fear of the unknown and it's always there? Is it God's way of testing us and seeing if we can overcome this hurdle?
That's the thing. Fear is normal. It's just there. It's not, there's nothing wrong with you if you feel fear at all. And I think we just have to get used to that. We have to get used to that feeling. And so often fear is just, you know why fear is there? Because it's trying to paralyze you. It's trying to paralyze you from taking the next steps. It's trying to hold you back. Fear is something that we will all deal with in decisions big and small. One thing that really has helped me to kind of press into it is I just kind of came up with some questions, and it's a mix of like seeing what else is out there and finding out what works for me. But I apply these 5 questions to my own life and to my own situation. Okay. So I name it. What is it that I'm scared of? Okay. What am I scared of? And for me, it's the fear of failure. It's the fear of what people typically are going to think of me, the fear they'll think I was a has-been, that I'm washed up and I'm irrelevant. So it's all these stupid fears. Okay. So just articulating it and writing it down. And then the second question I ask myself is, what's the worst thing that can happen? Because so often we think negatively, oh, the worst thing that could happen is that I fail and it doesn't work out. And you just list those fears. Then the third question, flip that script around a little bit. What's the best thing that could happen if you step into your fear? We often go negative, go positive. Think about the positive. Think about, oh, if I do step into my fear, well, I don't have to regret that I didn't go for it. So that right there is a huge plus. That's a huge positive. The fact that my fear didn't hold me back. For me, that's usually the biggest bonus. And then write down the other positives. What are some of the best things that could happen if I press into my fear? 4, ask yourself, name some times, think about some times where you've allowed your fear to paralyze you, whether it was big or small. Like, I didn't try out for the high school soccer team. I didn't try out for the tennis team, or I didn't go to that meet and greet that I should have gone, like big and small. And then write down how that made you feel and what you regretted. Okay. And then the 5th question is write down some times, think about some times where you didn't allow your fear to paralyze you. And if you remember how invigorating and confident you felt, that you didn't have that regret of not going for it. So I try to ask myself those 5 questions whenever I'm toiling through something, and it just helps me kind of work it out a little bit. And especially that third question, what's the best thing that could happen? It puts me in a more positive space. So instead of thinking negative, I start thinking about the positive. And the greatest thing that can happen by not allowing your fear to paralyze you is that you don't have the regret of knowing that it paralyzed your destiny, that it clamped you up, and that it prevented you from taking that step that you knew you should take. So that really helps me. But I think you have to get used to that feeling of fear and peace kind of coexisting. There's nothing wrong with you when you feel fear. But I always say, like, the very first step before that, if you have a peace about it, and that peace from your spirit that this is what you're supposed to do. And if you do, then proceed and expect and anticipate fear. It doesn't have to make sense to you or anybody else. People might call you crazy. Gosh, I've been called crazy.